Hi, this is Camden Hughes with LearnJazzStandards.com. I'm here with some really basic jazz piano voicings that are great for jazz piano students and also for instrumentalists who just want to learn more about harmony. This is the basics, Jazz Piano Voicings 101. You're going to put a block chord in your left hand and add the ninths, 11ths, and 13ths in the right hand. These voicings are not going to change the world, they're not super innovative, and they're not going to turn you into Herbie Hancock, but they will help you get going as you try to familiarize yourself with these sounds. Let's get started. This is Jazz Piano 101. We're going to take a voicing in the left hand, just a block chord actually, like C major 7, and we're going to add the ninths, 11ths, and 13ths to that chord. Now, the basic thing that you need to understand before this is intervals. So let's talk about a C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if we want to keep going, we have the 9, which is the same as 2. We have the 10th, which is really just the same as 3. Nobody talks about the 10th that much. Usually it's just the 3rd. Now we also have the 11th, which is the same as the 4th. Nobody talks about the 12th, but it's the same as the 5th. We just call it the 5th up here. And the 13th, which is the same as 6. So if you voice it all the way out, you get this horrible chord that doesn't sound very good. But if we take away the 11th, it sounds pretty good, doesn't it? The 11th clashes with a 3rd, so we don't use the 11th unless it's a sharp 11. We don't use the 11th with a major chord or with a dominant chord. It's crunchy and doesn't sound that good, so just don't do that. All right, so here's our 5 basic qualities: C major 7, C7, C minor 7, C minor 7 flat 5, and C diminished. We're going to take those 5 basic qualities and we're going to add things to them. You can always add a ninth and it'll sound good on everything. For instance, C major 9, C9, C minor 9, C minor 9 with a flat 5, and C diminished 7 adding in the 9. The 11th sounds good on anything with a minor 3rd. So C minor 11, C minor 11 flat 5, and C diminished with the 9 and 11. That sounds good also. Now you can add the 13 on major and dominant. In addition to the extensions that we've already talked about, adding 9s, 11s, and 13s, we can add flat 9, sharp 9, sharp 11, and flat 13 to a dominant chord. Those sound like this: C7, that's dominant, with a flat 9, sharp 11, and a flat 13. Those are the 4 possible alterations. By the way, a sharp 11 also works well on a major chord. You can even add the 13 up there. But we're talking about dominant right now. So here's different combinations of those alterations. We can have just a C7 flat 9. I'm actually taking out the 5th on all of these. Here's the sharp 9 with the 5th up an octave there also. Sharp 9 also pairs really well with the flat 13. If you ever saw this chord symbol C7 alt, alt means altered, which implies all of those, but in particular the sharp 9 and the flat 13. That's what alt means. You can add the root up at the top again. That resolves really well down a 5th to F major. Okay, now the other thing you can do is a 13 with a flat 9 gives you kind of a diminished sound. You can also have a natural 9, a natural 13, and a sharp 11. That works really well as the 2 chord or the 4 chord. Now if you take the A train, that D7 is actually a D13 with a 9 and a sharp 11. A lot of people play that. Just some things to consider. You can take these ideas and transpose them to other keys, and I recommend that you do that. Thanks for listening.